Would you like to create a workflow that connects to a free AI model, pulls data from a database, tests with Core, and access to your NAA workflow from your browser? In this video, I'll walk you through how to do it step by step in a simple and practical way. Friends, thanks to God, we carry on with another video tutorial. The plan for this one is to create an NAN workflow using the NAN instance that we deployed on Render in the previous video. Connect to a free AI model, fetch data from a Supabase database, test using the Core tool, and finally access to the workflow from the browser. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notifications bell so YouTube alerts you whenever we upload new content. If you enjoyed this video or found it helpful, please like this video, drop a comment in the comment section. We would like to hear your thoughts. To start creating our first agent, hit the URL generated by Render. Remember that we are using a free instance in Render where we have installed NAN. At the beginning, how we are using a free instance, we may find this error, and it happens when our instance is inactive for a certain period of time, but try not to get concerned about it. What you need to do is basically to hit the refresh button. Once it is done, you should be redirected to this screen. I have already created multiple workflows. To create a new workflow, you will hit the top right button. We can give a name to this workflow. I'll set the name of the channel about AI 123 W and F workflow. Hit enter. Before starting to add nodes, we need to mention about the purpose of this agent. This agent will return a particular product price that we ask in natural language. For example, if I would like to know the price of a sub, in the chat trigger, I will write in natural language what is the sub price. And this agent internally will go to the database, find the sub product, and then once this product is found in the table called products, this one will be returned in the chat trigger. The tools that we need for creating this agent is a database in Supabase, a model, of course. We can use Mistral, the brain, which is an AI agent, and chat trigger. The chat trigger will be very useful in order to enter the prompt and to review the result. Later on, we will do some update because we need to test this workflow by using Core, and this update will also be required when we start the connection between our workflow in NAN with the browser. Let's add our chat trigger. To add this chat trigger, we hit in this icon. In the search notes, we will write chat. Click in chat trigger. In this part, we don't have to do anything. We click in back to canvas. Hit in this icon because the input which is typed in the chat trigger must be analyzed for a brain. This brain is an AI agent. Select this AI agent. For the moment, we are not going to do any changes in the parameters. Click in back to canvas, and here, as you can see, there is an option to add the chat model, a memory, and tools. Let's get started with the chat model. At the beginning of this video, we got mentioned that we are planning to work with a free AI model. To get this free AI model, we need to go to OpenRouter. But before moving to OpenRouter, remember that we need to save this workflow. Open a new tag, write OpenRouter, and hit enter. To use a model from OpenRouter, you need to create an account. Once you have an account, you will choose a free model, and finally, we'll generate an API key. Once you have that API key, you will copy this one and paste it in the node that we will be adding in NAN. Let's do this step by step. First, in OpenRouter, we can create an account by clicking this button, sign in, located in the top right. If you don't have an account, you need to click in sign up, click in this link, a new pop-up will appear, and here you have multiple options in order to create an account. For example, you can use any of those three buttons in the top, or you can specify an email address here and a password. And of course, you need to check this checkbox. I won't do that because I already have an account, so I'll click in sign in. I am going to provide my email address in this text field, and finally click in continue. The process is very simple, but if you have any issues with this one, you can leave a message in the comments section and I will help you out. Once you are inside OpenRouter, in the top right you should see this icon. You can put a picture or something something like that. In my case, I don't have any picture, but that's fine. It is not required. And in the search model, you can write Mistral. And why Mistral? Because it is free. Apart from that, I have also tested with tools like a Supabase in order to look for the product prices, and it works fine. I didn't get any kind of issue, so that's why I recommend you to work with this model. Also, there are some others that you can use, but you always need to, if you are planning to work with a free model, check it out that in the parentheses just in front of the model name you can find this word free. The advantage of working with OpenRouter and the models that we can find here is that you only need to generate one API key, and this API key will work for any model. But also you can find some free models, but they contain certain kind of limitation. For example, you can only submit around 100 requests per day. If you generate more than that, you must buy some credits or wait for the next day in order to carry on using that free model. But also, you have the option in order to buy some tokens in order to work with models that are not free, like the OpenAI models. But for this, we will try another different video where I explain how you can buy some tokens in OpenRouter. Choose this model, look for this option, API, click in this one. In the blue button appearing, click in Create API Key. Again, you will see another blue button with the legend Create API Key. Click in this one, set a name. I can write, for example, about AI 123. This is the name of my channel. Click in Create. You can give any name. That's okay, no problem. After you click in Create, you will see your key. Click in Copy. Go back to NAN. Click in Chat Model. And since we are using a model from OpenRouter, we need to add an OpenRouter chat model. If we use another one, it won't work. The parameters that we need to add are the credentials. To add the credentials, click in this drop down, create new credential, and paste the API key that we got generated in OpenRouter. Click in Save, close this pop-up. Now, in this drop down, specify the model, Mistral. From the list, select this one, go back to Canvas, save the changes that we have made in our workflow, just to avoid any kind of issues. Before moving ahead, I think it is important to validate that our model is working fine. How we can validate? By asking a very simple question. For example, what is the capital of Japan? We can see that the brain is working, gets connected to the chat model, and the output is generated in the chat. And it says that the capital of Japan is Tokyo, along with some other description. So far, the model is working fine. So now it is time to add a tool in order to check out the product prices. But before adding this tool, we will create the database in Supabase, the tables, and populate the product table with some products. Let's go to Supabase. If you don't have an account or you have some doubts about how to create the account in Supabase, you can go to the previous video or you can leave a message in the comments section. Since I was already logged in, click in Dashboard. On the other hand, you will be asked in order to log in. Of course, if you already have an account, click in this organization. The organization name is in Spanish, but you can choose a name in English. That's okay, no problem. And then click in your project. My project name is About AI 123. I have a second project as well, but this one is for another purpose. I am going to click in the project About AI 123, and here, if we click in Table Editor, you can see that we don't have tables here. We need to add them, but for adding those tables, we click in the second option in the menu, SQL Editor, and copy all this script. This one contains the commands to create the tables and to insert some products into the table products. In the comment section, I'll leave the instructions in order to download this particular script. So select this one, go to Supabase, paste this script into the SQL editor, click in this button, run control, and according to this message, the commands were executed correctly. Just to validate, go back to table editor menu. The tables are now here. Click in products just to make sure this table contains some products. Yes, of course. We can see the products along with the barcode, the ID, and the price. We are able to add the Supabase node. To add this node, go back to NAN, click in Tools, in Search Nodes, look for Supabase. Since a Supabase node is required here, select the first option. We are asked in order to provide multiple parameters, but try not to get concerned about it. Let's get started with the credentials. Click in this icon. I already have the host and the service role secret. To find the host URL and the service role secret, in the left you need to click in this icon, project settings. You will see in the next menu, click in data API. The host URL is here. Click in copy, go back to NAN, remove this one if you already have one, but if you don't have a host URL here, simply paste the URL that we previously selected. Go back to Supabase. For the service role secret, click in, go to API keys. The service role secret that we need is here, so click in reveal. You will see the service role secret and the option to copy this one. A similar option like this. Click in copy. I will do this very quick. Once you have copied the service role secret, go back to NAN again. I will replace this service role secret and I'll paste the one that I had copied from Supabase. Click in save. After saving, you should see this message, connection tested successfully. If you don't see that message, it means that something went wrong. Try to go back and review the host URL and the service role secret, or you can mention the issue that you have in the comments section. Close this pop-up. Total description, leave this value. The same for resource. In operation, instead of create, we will select get many. Finally, the plan is to know the product prices. From table name or ID, select products, and that's all. You don't need to change anything. Back to Canvas, click in save. Before testing our agent, we have to add the instructions to this brain. Basically, the prompt. This prompt must be in Markdown and with some examples. To generate this prompt, you can go to ChatGPT and ask for this one. You need to describe the main purpose of your agent, and then ChatGPT will provide you the instructions in Markdown for this brain. Let's do this very quick. I'll open a new tag. In this tag, I will go to ChatGPT, and here I will specify the main purpose of my agent. In ChatGPT, you can write something like this, and then send to ChatGPT in order to get the prompt in Markdown. ChatGPT is working in a request. We have all this. With this prompt in Markdown format is more than enough. One important thing that we need to keep in mind is that this node that we have added here must have this name. So we rename this node. Instead of Supabase, set search product, click in rename. And why we are setting this particular name for this node? Because if we go to the prompt in Markdown format, we can see that the Supabase node is being referenced with this name. Copy this prompt, go back to NAN, double click in AI agent, click in this drop down. From the options in the list, select system message, and here in this part, paste the prompt in Markdown that was shared by ChatGPT. Back to Canvas, save, because if you don't save, that prompt won't be recognized. Let's go to our database, click in table editor. We can try to retrieve the Coca-Cola's price. It says 28, and let's see if the price of this product is provided correctly by our agent. Go back to NAN and write this prompt. Provide me the Coca-Cola price, and click in this button. The agent is working. It has gotten connected to our Supabase node called search product, and then we have the price here. It says 28. The agent is working fine. Let's try to find the price of 3 products more. Write the following prompt. Provide me the price of soap, oil, and water. Those products are here in our database. If we go to this one, I get confused. I went to the wrong tag. But yes, now I am here. For example, I have this product, which is oil. The price of this one is 38. The soap is here. The price is 12.50. And the water is here. The price is 12. Go back to NAN and hit the submit button. It says that we have an issue. Let's review what is the issue. We have already detected the issue, but I had to go to ChatGPT in order to get some explanation about the issue. And as you can see here, it is the root cause of the issue, and then a solution about how we can fix this problem. If you go down, ChatGPT is providing a new prompt, but this time with a valid JSON. It says basically that our brain must accommodate the list of products in this format. If it is in this format, it can be processed correctly, but this one must be specified in the prompt that we are specifying for our brain. If we go back to NAN, I click in test step, this option appearing in the top, and I don't have any kind of issues. So it means that after doing this change in the prompt, we can get the expected result. And see, now we are giving an example for the input in this format, and it solved the issue. And I can confirm that because I can see the output here, but in a moment we are going to validate this again. But first, I would like to show you the earlier prompt that was shared by ChatGPT. And this is the prompt that we set earlier. As you can see here, we are not setting any JSON format, and this is the main reason that our agent was failing. So try to be very careful with such as kind of issues, and if you see something similar, you can come to ChatGPT and ask for a solution. Of course, you can leave a message in the comments section, and then I will have a look in the issue that you may be facing. Let's go back to our agent, copy the prompt that we were sending earlier, paste it here, and click in submit. Our agent is working, gets connected to our Supabase node, and it returns the price of each product. Let's go to our database to see if the price is correct. Let's get started with the SOP. It says $12.50. The SOP is here, $12.50. It is correct. Go back to our node. The oil is 38. The oil is here. Of course, it has this price, 38. It is fine. The third product is water. It has a price of 12. Go to the database. The water is here, and this is the price. So far, the agent is working fine. We can search for one product, two products, or more. Let's see if it works fine for a product which is not here in the list. For example, Pepsi is not here. Let's go back to our agent and let's see what our agent responds. Click in submit, and we have the output. Sorry, I cannot find any product matching Pepsi. If you have any other product in mind, feel free to ask. So the agent is working fine. We are ready to test this one by using Core. However, it will take a little bit more time, so we consider this part for another video. For the moment, we finish here. Thanks very much for being with us. Take care. See you.